the gaming community is treating the GPD, not the GPD, sorry, the Steam Deck, like it's like the second best thing since the best thing since sliced bread, the next Messiah, Jesus' resurrection, better than that. And like, what the hell? Like, guys, chill out. Like, it's the answer to the solution gamers have always had: portable PC games. And it's like, those devices already exist. I'm recording a video using one of them. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. But yeah, you know, GPD, WinMax, and AyaNEO, and the other ones, they already exist. Anyway, the important thing is that all this talk about the Steam Deck and how it's seemingly competing with the other UNPC devices, like the WinMax, like the GPD WinMax, the GPD Win3, AyaNEO, whatever the fuck the other one is. One that's like black and orange. I forget the name of that one. It's not really that important. The important thing is that what people don't realize is that Steam Deck isn't necessarily competing with those kind of devices, because they're not entirely the same thing. First off, the Steam Deck isn't even Windows based; it's Linux. And yeah, Linux is good, but it's kind of using its own type of Linux. It's like the Steam OS. So in a way, it's not completely closed off, but it's like a tiny bit. But you can side load Windows into it, but at the same time, I'm not really sure how good that'll be or how safe it'll be. Like, Valve says they have the fucking like Proton thing, and yeah, that'll probably be good, but I'm not really sure how that's all gonna play out. Yeah, so when it comes to that, yeah, I think Valve, it'll probably be successful. I don't want it to fail, because if it does well, it'll force the GPD, the guys who make the AyaNEO and the other ones, it'll force them to to try and be more competitive with the pricing. But yeah, they might have to sell the products at a loss, which is why they're so expensive, like $1,000. Like this fucking GPD WinMax I have here that I'm recording the video with. Like, yeah, it's like $1,000, $800, but they kind of have to, since they're a smaller company, they have to sell it at a profit. Valve makes so much fucking money off Steam that they can take a hit, even though Gabe Newell said that he'd rather not, that the price was the hardest part, the most painful. So, yeah, that's a thing. As for the other aspects of it, like, in terms of power, not really that different. It's stronger than the WinMax, yeah, but that's sure. You can run Street Fighter 5, GTA 5, Forza. It can run games that I can already play, like Street Fighter 5, like, a little bit better. Like, I have to play Street Fighter 5 in like the lowest fucking setting, and it'll mostly stay at 60 frames per second. It'll stay at 60 frames, but it looks like ass. Like Dead or Alive 6, that game can run at 60 on the WinMax, but if you get to like the boat level, it just falls apart. It just runs at like 40 frames or 30 frames. It just fluctuates so much. As for emulation, the GPD WinMax and the other devices emulate like amazingly. The GPD WinMax is pretty much my go-to way of playing GameCube and Wii now. I still have the Wii, I just don't have a good setup for it in my room right now. I'd rather play it on the original hardware, but being able to take it portably with me and take it to work, like I'm doing right now, I can just use it right now. Yeah, that's a thing, but at the same time, you know, there's certain games that I can't play on here that I would love to play like, portably, like Ninja Gaiden Black, but the XEMU emulator or CXBX Reloaded, yeah, those Xbox emulation is a little graphically intense, like on the emulation side. So my device can't play Ninja Gaiden Black. I can get the game to boot up, and either it'll look like a complete fucking mess, or it'll just run at like 20 frames. That's not really playable, which sucks because I love Ninja Gaiden Black, and having a portable version of that, like of the original game, not Sigma. I can already fucking play Sigma with the Master Collection. But anyway, yeah. I don't know if the Steam Deck is able to run that, even if you like put Windows on it, or if you played like a Linux version of the emulator. I'm not sure. If it can, then that's really cool. Anyway, okay, so on the topic of if whether or not they're competing against each other, the thing is with the WinMax is that, and the other devices that, like I said, they're Windows based, but like the WinMax specifically, not the Win 3, but the WinMax is designed to be more of a portable PC that has like, the buttons and everything, 2 control sticks, triggers and everything. Not digital, not analog, or digital, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, it's meant to be a PC that can play games. It can play games really well, but it's like a gaming-centric PC, but it's not sold as like a pure gaming device like the way the AyaNEO is, or even the Win 3. The Win 3 is meant to be like a fucking pure gaming device, which is why it doesn't even fucking have a keyboard. It has like a shitty touch keyboard, and I think that's pretty lame. It's a real downgrade, and even going off of how it looks compared to the other 2 devices like SteamDeck, AyaNEO, and then the whatever the other one is, I always forget the name of it. It's like it looks kind of like a Switch. I know they all kind of look like a Switch, or they look like an oversized PSP or Vita. But like I don't know, the way the placement of the buttons and everything, and just the way like the sides of it look. Oh god, like I don't know. The Win 3, in my opinion, is a fucking downgrade, like in terms of how it looks, like ergonomically and everything. It just looks like ass. Like the AyaNEO and everything looks better. The other devices I've seen look better than yeah, but the Steam Deck, it is marketed as a gaming device. Like yes, it can be a PC if you do a whole bunch of shit to get it to work like a PC, but it's kind of meant to be a Linux-based gaming device, or handheld console that can be docked to the TV. So it's basically like a PC or Linux, kind of like a Switch, but not really the Switch. It doesn't play anything physical. It doesn't have any physical media that it can play. It can only play digital games. And I assume when you put a different operating system in it, you can play like console, or you can play music and all that other shit. But point is, I'm tired of seeing all these fucking comparisons. People are like, oh yeah, you know, the Steam Deck is like the second coming of Christ, bro. You know, this shit is better than sliced bread. Oh my god, yeah, like this one fucking comment is like, oh, just imagine the size of the community this will bring together. I think the native port on Steam OS will be the target here. Then replicate on regular PCs. This is the born of a new birth. I think it means birth. The birth of a new PC OS. Wow, man, I'm loving how everything runs. All those people who said that a micro SD card or the $399 would be so slow to load stuff, or that Steam Deck would only run games at crappy 30 FPS max, must feel quite dumb. It's like, okay, well, like, it's not really a big deal that Steam Deck can run games at 30 frames per second. In fact, like, people were getting fucking mad that it could run at 30 frames per second, because Valve said they could run at like 720, 30 frames. People were getting pissed about it. They're like, oh, why can't it run like 1080, 60, blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, but the thing that people don't understand about that is that portable handheld systems like this, like the ones I have, like the one I have, and the other ones, there's power consumption and all that. You have to take battery into account, and there's also like different configurations. These are like integrated chips and shit, so it's like not like normal PC hardware. It's like specific. They designed it in a specific way so it can be used as a portable device. Like, I don't know what people were trying to say. See, look, like, just one fucking comment. I don't understand the people hyping this shit up. It's like, look, the fact that this device outperforms $1,000+ devices is amazing. I'm glad to be down for Q2. It couldn't come faster. And it's like, okay, it's like slightly stronger than the AyaNEO, but it doesn't really matter because the AyaNEO Next, or whatever the hell else is gonna come out in the next few months, because these fucking review videos pop up every 5 seconds. So SteamDeck is gonna get outdated by the time it comes out or becomes readily available. Because right now it's gonna be very limited. When it becomes readily available, you know that shit is just gonna fucking get outdone by some other device. Either it's gonna have a faster CPU, which apparently that's the problem SteamDeck has. The CPU is not super fast compared to the other devices. I think it's either on par or it's around the same, I'm not sure. But in one video it was like, oh, you know, it's kind of slow, but the GPU is really good. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but the CPU is kind of more important. Like, yeah, I get the graphics are important, but being able to like load things fast and render things fast and just operate faster, like, come on, like, how is that shit not gonna... I don't know, I don't get this shit. Yeah, but anyway, and then people are just like, oh, you know, the SteamDeck, second connect price, sliced bread. It's like, okay, but like, this has been done before. These devices already exist. Valve isn't really doing anything out of the norm that is like, whoa, like, whoa, I can't believe it, wow, they're doing something crazy, whoa. Like, yeah, okay, but it's just a gaming device that uses Linux and runs Steam games through SteamOS and Steam ecosystem. So like, I don't know, like the other devices can already play Steam on Steam. Like what GPD Win Max can play on Steam. Like, I don't get this shit. Like, what is it? Can it suddenly like run games on Steam better than what I currently have? Maybe, because you know it's Valve and it's their own hardware, so they can probably do it better than people who don't have access to that kind of stuff. But even then, those devices are Windows based. So yeah, like I like the Steam Deck, but I think people need to kind of like level with themselves and kind of get over it. It's not like super crazy. Plus, again, the devices aren't necessarily competing with each other because they're being marketed as slightly different things. Like, it's honestly competing more with the AyaNEO than I think the Win Max. The Win Max is PC first, gaming device second. It just has all the buttons and shit. But like the AyaNEO and the AyaNEO Next, and the other thing, those are really trying to be gaming devices. You know, basically trying to be your all-in-one portable device. So is the Steam Deck, you know. So is the SteamDeck, but it's not Windows-based, Linux. So what I'm hoping for is people don't fucking become fanboys and fight over this dumb shit. It's like, look, it's just like it's a thing that it doesn't have exclusives. Like, it's not like a Switch or PS4 or something where like just actual games that are exclusive to the platform. PC, everything's on PC. Like yeah, PC is not really something that you can divide. Like, yeah, there's like EA games and like certain games that are like on different launchers, but pretty much everything's on Steam, and the other devices can already play on Steam. You can use Steam. I can use Steam on this thing, so I don't really get it. What's the big deal? Like, what? Because being made by Valve, and Valve has like billions of dollars, like they can make a device like this. I think the only reason people are saying this shit is because it's made by Valve. Now, I don't have anything against Valve. I don't have anything against them. Although I like Steam. I use Steam to get PC games. To play PC games on my portable computer, but like, I don't get it. What's the big deal? It's just Valve. Whether it fails or it does well, we'll see. It'll probably have an effect on the portable PC market, which I kind of hope it does in a good way, because it'll encourage the other guys to try and be more competitive with pricing. But I'm not sure how that's gonna work out for them financially. Like, if they start selling that shit cheaper, how's that gonna look like if they don't sell enough? Because everyone's just gonna be buying a Steam Deck, right? No one cares about AyaNEO and like the other devices or whatever the fuck else comes out in like the next year or two. That's the thing, like it could potentially cannibalize the market because it could just kill the other competition and then just make it so that you can't get anything else, which I don't want to happen. I'd like competition to be there for all these other devices that were already here before Steam Deck. I just want to say that, like, yeah, you know, that'd be nice if they can all be together and not kill each other. We don't need this shit to be like the Game Boy destroying the Game Gear and the Atari Lynx in the the fucking PC Engine Turbo Duo? Yeah, or Neo Geo Pocket. Yeah, we don't need that shit happening. Because if only one comes out on top, then, you know. But look what happened with the Vita. The Vita, that shit dead. So everything just went to one platform. Granted, the difference between that is that those are actually different, and the Steam Deck more or less is just like able to play PC games, and so are the other devices. So either people are gonna have one preference, or we're gonna have a diverse market like we already do, but it'll be a little bit cheaper and it'll be more accessible. And I don't want Valve to fucking destroy what's already here. I just want hope that them being successful with Steam Deck and at that price point will cause the other guys to release it at a cheaper price point, like their other stuff, the newer stuff, and hopefully this becomes more affordable and then portable PCs become the norm, and essentially replaces like the traditional handheld, like how we had with the Game Boy Advance, Vita, PSP, everything, and then they just become PC based. Because PC is starting to get bigger again. Like it was already kind of big, like in the mid 2010s, like especially with Steam. Like a lot of PC games, a lot of AAA games would come out on console and PC at the same time. Or a little bit later on PC with like an enhanced version. But like now everything's kind of coming out at the same time on console and PC. So if there's a way to have games like work day one on Steam Deck or on these other devices and come out the same time as like the PS5, Xbox Series, or even Switch, like there you go. And plus, if there's something wrong with releasing a game on the Switch because it's a really underpowered console in comparison to all these other devices, they could just make a version for specifically for Steam Deck, or just advertise that, oh hey, it's playable on these portable PCs and it runs great on those. So, you know, it's a compromise. I don't know how that's gonna work with Nintendo. Nintendo's probably gonna get pissed about that shit. But anyway, yeah, they're the same, but also different. I don't want people to fucking argue about this. The only reason I was upset about it at first was because like, I didn't care at first, but like when I saw people getting hyped up about it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, it's just Valve. I'm like, great, you're gonna ruin the market because of blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh wait, no, it's not really the exact same thing. It's pretty much the same thing, but not really. But at the same time, whatever. All I know is I got here earlier than most people. A lot of other people, they're hopping on now because of the fucking Steam Deck. They didn't even realize portable PCs were a fucking thing. I've been playing like Under Night in Birth, F-Zero GX. I played. I have so many other games that I could play. Anyway, I'll list some. F-Zero GX, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner, Emoto Paradise. Okay, so I just thought of another really great point. If indie developers or Dojin developers can, you know, afford to get the device or to have access to it, they can use it like at Comiket or E3 or any game packs or any like gaming centric event or any event that has indie games in it. They can have the device on. They can have the game on the Steam Deck. You know, they can walk around and show it to people. Be like, hey, look, check out the game. Check out this shmup. Check out this fighting game. Check out this indie game I made. And, you know, we'll be able to show it off. And hey guys, look at this. This game's really cool. You know, I want to show you, like, you know, they just show it to your face. Like, oh, hey, look, check this out. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. I just thought of it right now. Yeah, like imagine going to Comic Cat, some guy has like a hentai game, and he says like, yo, check this shit out. Just check this out, like look at the bitch with her giant tits, like yeah, just check that shit out. It's like, whoa, look at that. Yeah, I made that game by myself. Not one-handed, but I made it though. Yeah, that's the thing. They could do that. I just realized. Okay, so now the other point is I didn't bring this up earlier, but I'm gonna bring it up now. The other thing is with Steam Deck compared to the other devices is like controllers. Like I'm not sure how the dock for the Steam Deck is gonna work with controllers, but I'm hoping it's not too big of a deal because the GPD WinMax, pretty much since it's a PC, it accepts all types of controllers, arcade sticks, gamepads, whatever that you want to use, and you know it has its own built-in controller, which can just be used as it counts as an X input like Xbox 360 controller, so it works pretty much with all like PC games that support controller, which is great for me because it makes it easier to use. But you know, sometimes it can be a little cumbersome to hold because it's such a like odd device because it's like rectangle. It's like rectangular, and the buttons are all the way at the top. Like, what the hell? So odd. You know, a bit of a weird shape, and I'm used to it. But you know, the other devices like AyaNEO and the Win 3 and the Steam Deck are all designed to actually be more ergonomic and portable, like an actual handheld console. So you know that's a thing. I don't know how multiplayer would work on these devices. I don't know if they're gonna do like ad hoc fucking wireless multiplayer, like the Switch and other portable consoles from before, like the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. But most likely, the multiplayer solution is to either have a Bluetooth controller connected to the Steam Deck, or just connected to the dock like the Switch, and then just plug in your controller, or connect Bluetooth controllers to it. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Maybe Valve has a solution to it. I don't know. Or use the fucking was it the Steam box, the Steam controller? You remember that thing? And it didn't do so well. And the other thing that concerns me with Valve is that they failed before with the Steam box. Like that thing didn't really do well, and that was like a whole mess. It was like Panasonic 3DO levels of confusing, where there's like 5 million different versions of it, all made by different people, and they don't have like the same hardware. Right? Yeah, so it's a little confusing. Well, let's just hope it doesn't get to that level where things don't get to that. Yeah, that 3DO shit was stupid, but anyway, Valve has a better chance of the Steam Deck because it's one device. Different SKUs because it comes with a different storage, so different amounts of storage, like 50 gigabytes, like 1,000 gigs, or 1 terabyte, or 500 gigs or something, I forget. But you know, it's less confusing. It's one thing, and it's just different storage, different amounts of storage. But this is Valve's best chance to get something right and fuck up, because the Steam box was not good. And they're also a little neglectful for some of their other games, like Team Fortress 2 is just full of bots and cheaters and there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. But maybe they can turn things around. And also that card game they made failed, so whatever. Hopefully they don't mess this up. And but yeah, with controllers, like they showed the Steam Deck working with like one of those hitbox style arcade sticks, no stick, has buttons. And they showed it with like Street Fighter 5. So maybe controllers won't be an issue. Like if they would just work right out of the gate with like Linux or SteamOS. So maybe it's fine. I think it depends on the game. It depends on the developer if they fucking care. But I can see people going to tournaments, or I can see people going to conventions or hanging out with their friends and playing like Guilty Gear Strive, Under Night in Birth, Melty Blood, Killer Instinct, Waku Waku 7. Yeah, they can play like whatever the hell they want, right? Yeah, you'll be able to play all those types of games on the Steam Deck, and everything will be portable, everything will be great, and you can have fun doing all that shit. Play Fate Unlimited Codes or something like on the PS2 emulator. Just have fun doing that kind of thing. But yeah, controllers, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it'll work with the dock, because I don't know if the Steam Deck has USB connection like on its own. You probably have to connect it to the dock, right? And then connect it to the TV like a Switch, and then plug in the controllers to it. So I'm not sure how that is, because the GPD-1 Max has USB imports like built in next to the HDMI out and the two Thunderbolt cables, like the USB-C cable ports. So yeah, there's that. And I think the Steam Deck also uses micro SD and SSD, just like this device and the other devices. So storage and controller support. Hopefully everything will be good. Again, I don't want it to fail. I want it to do well. And again, there's a bright future for shmups, fighting games, portable gaming in general. And let's just hope they don't fuck it up. The worst thing they can do is fuck it up. Okay, so in regards to shmups and fighting games on the new Steam Deck, I think it'll actually be pretty interesting because what is it? I think it'll be interesting because when it comes to shmups, if you're playing a lot of Yoko shmups or just aka horizontal ones, you can get a lot of practice in. You can go to a convention, you can go to a friend's house, you can go outside and play Toho, you can play Death Smiles, you can play whatever the hell you want, and you'll get a lot of practice in. Get those, keep grinding, get those runs in, record a really sick replay, analyze other people's replays, really get into the game and sit on your ass, sit on your bed, go to the bathroom, play it in there, kind of like the Switch. Yeah, you could do stuff like that. I think it'll be interesting to see how shmups and the way people play those games will be affected by the rise of portable PCs, because the only real portable option we have for shmups right now is the Nintendo Switch. And not every shmup is on the Switch, especially in regards to MAME and RetroArch and all the other emulation things they have out there. Like, it'd be great if you could play tons of other shmups that are still stuck on PC. Like, man, it'd be great if you could play, you could play Akai Katana. Through MAME, you could play Death Smiles, you can play a bunch of other games. I mentioned them earlier, but this video is going to be a mess. I had to cut up all this audio. Let me see. For shmups, you can play Trouble Witches, Cotton. So many top quality shmups that you can play portably on the Steam Deck. I think that's going to be great. I can already do that, but for other people that haven't had that opportunity, especially if you want to play Toho, this is the perfect thing to get. If you want a fucking portable Toho machine, there you go. You get a portable Toho machine. That's all you need. As for fighting games, same other thing. It's great for practice. Fight CPU, get some practice rounds and practice combos. That's what I do. I play fighting games and I like to practice combos because I'm a lab rat with combos. I'm obsessed with doing those things. It's just fun. You record short clips and post it on the internet or something. Just do it for fun. No, I play Melty Blood a lot on this fucking thing. And then I can play Dragon Ball Fighter. I think I can play Guilty Gear Strive. I don't fucking care about Strive. Yeah. I can probably play the new King of Fighters. I can play. I edit videos on this thing. I'm doing right now. I'm doing video editing, and I stream from this device. I do game streams on this thing. You can check the link in the description. That's the thing that you have to say, right? You need to do that to say things like that. But anyway. I like Steam Deck. I think there's more that they can do. I think it looks too big. It's bigger than the device I have. but it looks a little bit more ergonomic, even though I don't really like the placement of the sticks. It just looks like a worse Wii U gamepad. The Wii U gamepad's actually really good. I wish more people cared about the Wii U gamepad. It just needed a bigger screen. The screen was way too small now. As for the Switch, I doubt this is going to hurt Nintendo in the long run. Like if you can emulate on the SteamDeck like Switch games, maybe it'll be a problem. But I don't know how many people are going to, one, sideload Windows into it, two, get Yuzu either for Windows or for Linux. I don't even know if they do. Well, that's going to be a problem. And then you have to get the Switch games. So if enough people have a Steam Deck and they fucking emulate Switch games, maybe it'll be a problem for Nintendo, but it's not gonna hurt their bottom line. They have over fucking 100 million units sold, so I don't know if they give a shit. But okay, so I've had the GPD WinMax for over a year, and I've been getting really into portable PC stuff, and I really like it. And it's all everything I wanted. Like I wanted a smaller computer because the regular laptop I had was way too fucking big. And when I sit in my bed, I feel like I don't have a lot of space. It's just too big. Now I can just use this computer. It's really small. Like when I fold it, it's roughly like when I close it together, it's roughly the size of a Nintendo Switch, which is interesting. Then I can just take it with me when I go to work, take it in my bag, and there you go. Bring my charger. You can use a Switch charger. So that's kind of funny. And if there's games that are on both consoles, PC, Switch, PS4, if it's not like a super demanding game, like an older title or like a niche Japanese title, then Under Night in Birth or the new Melting Blood, I'll just buy it off me. Or I'll just do that. Also, those things are pretty much what I use for emulation. Like I can play, you can fucking play 5K on this thing. You can use 5K. That's one reason why you should get this thing. Get the GPD WinMax or any of the other devices. You can fucking play games with 5K. You can play you can use Final Burn Alpha, Neo. You can use RetroArch. You can use what's it fucking called? MAME. You can emulate whatever the fuck you want, bro. You can fucking play. I can play Dead or Alive 2 for the Dreamcast and the Sega Naomi machine with rollback netcode on 5K on a portable computer. It's fucking ridiculous. How the hell am I able to do that? That doesn't make any sense. But it does. It doesn't make sense, but it's something that can be done. You can play Doom. You can play. I'm pretty sure you can play Crisis. You can play whatever the hell you want, as long as it's within like the limits of that system. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy 15 on this thing. Probably could, but you probably need like an external GPU, and at that point you might as well just get a regular computer if you're going to use an external GPU because you can't really take it with you. It's too big. It's like when the computer's stationary and use it as like a desktop, so you kind of defeat the purpose. The other thing is let me see, what's the other thing? Let me see, I said that they don't compete. Anyway, the important thing is that portable PC gaming is going to be the next big thing. It slowly started to build up with the original GPD Win and then the GPD Win 2, and now other companies are starting to recently have like caught on and started making their own thing. I think even like was it AMD's trying to make their own shit, and like other companies, and like there's Android-based devices too. So you know, not just PC. They can use it for Android, although those are more for emulation, but still. Portable like emulation or PC devices or Android, like that's the thing now. Everything is just doing it. So hopefully, like I said, I don't know how many fucking times, I feel like I'm repeating it, so hopefully everything goes well for Valve, the market becomes less expensive and more accessible, and then this just becomes the norm. So everyone just has cool portable PCs and everyone can brag about playing F-Zero GX in 720p 60 frames per second on Dolphin. Because that's what I can do. I can do that. You can play Soul Calibur 2 in like high res. You can play it in like 720p, 60 frames per second in widescreen. Same thing with F-Zero. You can play in widescreen. Super Mario Sunshine. You can play. I can play fucking like Binary Domain. I can play Binary Domain. I can play Devil's Shin Megami Tensei game. PS2. I can play PCSX PCSX2. The emulator is alright. Not better than both. But yeah, the thing is that just imagine that everyone just has these things. That's gonna be cool. Imagine you go to a convention or you go to a fucking like fighting game tournament and you just have like a quick match in like Melty Blood or in Akatsuki Blitzcamp. You can just do whatever the fuck you want, just play it on there. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I can kinda already do that, but I don't fucking go to conventions. If I did, I'd bring my computer and then everybody would be looking at me like, how the fuck is that guy playing Akatsuki Blitzcamp? What the hell is that game? What is that game? I don't even know what that is. Is that guy playing Blade Blue? Whoa, is that guy playing Melty Blood? Oh shit, is that guy playing Guilty Gear Strive? like, what is that? I'm gonna just keep rambling on. I don't even know what I'm thinking now. I think that if Valve can, pull it off, there's a bright future. Yeah. Play Under Night in Birth. Play Akatsuki Blitzcamp. And play Melty Blood. That's it. Also, these are portable Toho machines, so take that into account. More portable than they were before. Same thing with Melty Blood. Like, you can actually play Melty Blood with actual buttons now. You don't have to fucking use a keyboard. Same thing with Toho. You don't have to use a fucking keyboard. You don't have to WASD, whatever the hell you say, however you call it. WASD. WASD. You don't have to do that anymore. You can just play. You can go to Steam or use any configuration thing. Configure it to whatever you want. So you can use D-pad or control stick. You can play Toho. You can play Melty Blood. You can play Akatsuki Blitzcamp. I can play all the shooters, all the shmups that I have on here. That's my favorite part. I have shmups portable. Yeah, it's not Tate. It has to be played like regular, like horizontally. With the vertical screen only taking up like a small part of the actual screen on the device, but the Switch can do Tate modes, whatever. Like, I can play Mujime-sama, I can play Doronpachi, Daifukatsu, I can play Death Smiles. I love playing Death Smiles. This is a great device for playing Death Smiles, by the way. Same thing for the Switch. And then, let me see. There's other things you can play on it too. I already talked about emulation, and I talked about PC games. Like, you can play GTA, you can play like newer games, like fighting games. You can play Guilty Gear. I said all that shit, right? Yeah. You can play Ninja Gaiden. That's enough for me. Like, yeah, the Switch has Ninja Gaiden, but it doesn't. For some reason, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 and Razor's Edge don't completely run at 60 frames per second. Like, sometimes it chugs, or like the fucking resolution looks like ass. Like, you get so pixelated. Like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with that. But that's all fixed if I play it on my computer, on the WinMax, GPD WinMax. Play it on there, it runs perfectly smooth at 60 frames per second. And on the SteamDeck, you'll probably be able to do the same thing. There's that. You can emulate tons of games, you can play tons of shooters. I recommend so many shooters on Steam. I'll give you like 5 recommendations right now. I'll give you Refrain, Prison Memories, Caladrius Blaze. That's also on consoles. It's on Switch and PS4. Mushihime-sama, I already mentioned that one. Death Smiles, I already mentioned that one. Let me look. Okay, hold on. There's another one you really need to play. You need to play Eschatos. Eschatos might be weird to play on the Steam Deck because it's a vertical shooter, so it's not really going to work on that screen that well. But okay, so I'll recommend some horizontal ones. Some Yoko Shmups. Yoko STGs. Natsuki Chronicle. That's a great game. It doesn't look the best on my device, on the GPD WinMax. But the Steam Deck has like a better GPU, so it'll probably look a little bit cleaner. I have to lower the resolution a little bit to try and get it to look nice. Okay, so yeah, Natsuki Chronicle. Oh, Rolling Gunner. Rolling Gunner. Yeah, you gotta play Rolling Gunner. You can play any of the Toho games. You can play Hellsinker. Yeah, Hellsinker is pretty cool. Oh, Game Tengoku Cruisin' Mix. Yeah. Oh, Darius Burst. Yeah, Darius Burst is a good one. Crimson Clover. Oh yeah, you fucking play Crimson Clover. Crimson Clover World Explosion. Oh, Astabreed. Yeah, Astabreed is a good choice. You know what? No, fuck this. I'm gonna give you like 10 Steam recommendations right now. 10 games in general. Okay, so number 1. No order for this, but number 1. Any of the cave games, so Death Smiles, Dodonpachi, Mushihime-sama. Those are the 3 I can recommend you. A Hat in Time, it's on the Switch, but it'll probably run better on here. So Hat in Time, King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match. You gotta fucking play King of Fighters 2002 UN. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. You can play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Yeah, so you're standing here and realize that you can play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance portably in like 720p, probably 60 frames per second. You should be proud. You should be happy about that. All the Ninja Gaiden games. You can play like all the Ninja Gaiden games. There you go. You can just play all the Ninja Gaiden games. You can play every Ninja Gaiden game. Refrain, Prism Memories. That's a great shooter. That's a great shmup. It's a vertical shmup, but it fits in like 4x3 aspect ratio, so it's fine. Let me see. Oh, another great horizontal shooter is Trouble Witch's Origin and Cotton Reboot. Okay, get those games. I don't know if Cotton Reboot's PC port isn't good. I heard some complaints about it, but if you can't get it on, if you don't want to get it on the Switch or PS4, I highly recommend getting it on PC. And then I think I'm losing count. Whatever. Under Night in Birth. You gotta fucking play Under Night in Birth. And then Vanquish. Vanquish is like the best game ever. You gotta play Vanquish. And you can play it portably. You could probably SteamDeck could probably play it better than my computer. I can play the game at 60 frames, but it doesn't run perfectly. Like it'll dip sometimes between 60 to 40, sometimes 30 if it's too intense. But the way the game is designed, or the way it's programmed, makes it so that I don't really have to worry about it. When it slows down, it doesn't feel like it stutters. It just still feels smooth to play, which is interesting. You can play Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition portably. You can play as Virgil. You can even play Devil May Cry 5. I can play Devil May Cry 5 on this, but I think it's at like super low settings at like 30 frames. You can probably play it a little bit higher at Steam Deck. Bayonetta, you can play Bayonetta if you don't fucking have it on Switch. Metal Wolf Chaos, you can fucking play Metal Wolf Chaos. Okay? Metal Wolf Chaos. Play Metal Wolf Chaos. That's all I'm gonna say, play Metal Wolf Chaos. Okay, I got fighting games here on my Steam Deck list. Not Steam Deck, on my Steam library. Chaos Code. Chaos Code's a great game. Played that. It's a good 2D fighter. The DOA 5, DOA 6, those are good. Dragon Ball Fighters. Ooh. Dragon Ball Fighters. It runs better than it does on the Switch, probably. I recommend that. Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator. Fighting EX later. Play Fighting EX later. That game's good. Street Fighter 4. Binary Domain. Earth Defense Force. The Halo Master Chief Collection. You can play the Halo Collection. All the Halo games portably. You can probably play Halo Infinite portably. Like, imagine that. You can fucking play Halo Infinite. You can play Final Fantasy 15 probably. Anyway, some shooters here. I'm repeating myself, I know, but I'll just list off the ones I like. Astabreed Definitive Edition, Blue Revolver, Bullet Soul Infinite Burst. This game is really good. You should get it on Steam. Caladrius Blaze, It's a really good horizontal one. It's vertical, but it has a horizontal aspect ratio. So that's interesting. Castle of Shikigami. Crimson Clover. Darius Burst I recommend. Especially the CS mode. Death Smiles. Dodonpachi. Eschatos. I'm not sure how you can play it on that device. Like, well, maybe you can switch it to Tate and like hold the SteamDeck like sideways. Ether Vapor Remaster. The Exceed games, the Exceed Third Jade Penetrate Black Package. Hurricane of the Vastray, that's a really good game. Mushihime-sama Natsuki Chronicle, I talked about that one already. Refrain, Prison Memories. Oh, this is a good one for the Steam Deck. Senko no Ronde 2. Senko no Ronde 2 is a one-on-one like versus fighting shmup hybrid thing. Oh, Strania, the Stellar Machine. That's a widescreen, like, vertical, but also can play like with a normal screen. Trouble Witch's Origin. This game is really good. Don't judge it by the way it looks. And then of course, Toho. Okay, here's the big one. You can play the Yakuza games. You can play Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and Yakuza Kiwami 2. Isn't that insane? Isn't that crazy? And you can probably emulate the PS2 versions also. I'm not sure how PS3 will work on the Steam Deck, because I see PS3 is like really demanding. So I'm not sure about that. But take into account you can play the Yakuza games. That's worth it for the price of admission alone. Portable Killer Instinct 2013. That's another big one. I just want to mention that one. Okay, another one is that you have to play El Shaddai Ascension Metatron. That game's awesome. You gotta play it. The graphics are amazing. The story's pretty cool. Play El Shaddai. Okay, I think that's everything I'm going to talk about. This is my first time trying to do a commentary type of video. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I might have to edit out a lot of the silence and a lot of the and the hum, and the, yeah, all that shit. I have to edit all that out. I was nervous about doing that kind of thing because I don't like the sound of my voice, but I want to make these kind of videos, and I don't want to only do Smash streams and montage videos. I want to do other content. So, yeah, hopefully this is good enough, and I can make this video and release it and strike while the iron is hot. Because, you know, it's all about views, right? Not really, but I just wanted to make this video. Anyway, check the link in the description if you wanna look at my other shit. Nico Nico, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Don't follow my Twitter. My Twitter just has hentai. Don't follow my Twitter. unless you don't care. If you don't care about hentai at all, don't follow. If you like hentai, I recommend following my account. Yeah, well, I don't recommend you follow me anyway, but okay. Anyway, that's all. Subscribe, I guess, for more videos. I'll see if I make more of this type. Anyway, this shit is like almost 40 minutes long. I have to cut this up.